Alright, in this video I'm going to talk about how to do wheel and axle problems. I couldn't find any really good ones, so I decided just to do number 1 and number 2 on the worksheet. So let's go ahead and get started. It says a winch has a handle that turns in a radius of 30 centimeters. So I'm going to draw the handle here, and it is 30 centimeters. So that is going to go in a radius, so it's a circle. I'm not very good at drawing pictures, but you get the point here. The radius of the drum or axle is 10 centimeters. So right here, the drum or axle is 10 centimeters. And it says find the force. Oh, and this is 10.0 and this is 30.0. If we get into significant figures, that is very important. It says find the force required to lift a bucket weighing 500 newtons. So we have a bucket hanging off here of 500 newtons. So we know that the wheel is going to be driving the axle. All right, so the 500 newtons is going to be our force resistance. So the force required to lift the bucket is our force effort, which is what we don't know. So here on the 10 centimeters, that means that that is our distance of our resistance. And this 30.0 centimeters is our distance of our effort. Okay, so whenever I set up a problem like this, we have to remember that work in equals work out, or work in is the same thing as your work effort equals work resistance. Okay, so let's go ahead and set it up in an equation kind of like this, but I like to go ahead and have it to where we have our force out over force in equals distance in over distance out. Okay, so let's go ahead and write that as force out over force in equals distance in over distance out. Alright, so force out is the same thing as our force resistance, so 500 newtons, over our force in, which will be x, equals our distance in, which is the same thing as distance effort, is 30.0 centimeters, over our distance out, which is 10.0 centimeters. Okay, so now we're just going to cross multiply. If we cross multiply, it is 500 times 10 equals 5,000 divided by 30 equals. Alright, so if we look at this, if we truly did significant figures, it would be one significant figure because of the 500. So I'm not going to do significant figures. If I was looking at these, it would be 3, but the 500 makes it just one significant figure. So I'm just going to put it as a whole number, seeing that our answer is given to us here as 167 newtons. So the answer is 167 newtons. Okay, I'm going to do one more here in a minute, but I'll put it on another video. If you still need some help, watch the next one. Bye.